So in today's class we are gonna learn about simple permanent tissues of plants, which includes parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. So before proceeding to that, let us have a look in this flow chart once again. So here plant tissues, they consist of meristematic and permanent tissues. Meristematic tissues include apical, lateral and intercalary meristematic tissues, whereas permanent tissue includes simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. So in today's class we are gonna focus on parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Complex tissues we will again study in our next video. So let us begin. So what are these permanent tissue? A permanent tissue is a group of cells that have lost the power of cell division, having attained their definite form and size. So one thing you have to understand here, these permanent tissues are formed of that meristematic tissues only. Means the meristematic tissues, they divide to give rise to the permanent tissues. But once they attain the full maturity or they attained their definite form and shape, they don't divide further. So simple permanent tissues provide, and what is their what is their main function? To provide support and protection. So what are their main characteristics? The cells are variable in size, which we will see, and have thin or thick wall. Means according to their function they will have thin or thick wall, and cytoplasm is scanty and nucleus is small in size. So why do they have a small nucleus and scanty cytoplasm? Scanty cytoplasm means they are not very dense. So why are they not dense? Because they don't have to divide further, they don't need to divide, that's why they have scanty cytoplasm. Whereas in meristematic tissue, if you recall, they have got a very dense cytoplasm. So why they have a dense cytoplasm? Because they have to divide again and again. If you can remember, they are dividing repeatedly. Okay, so that's why they had got dense cytoplasm. They have got dense cytoplasm and they have got scanty cytoplasm. And nucleus is again small in size, whereas again if you compare it with the meristematic tissues, they have got a very prominent nucleus. So because nucleus is also one of the you can say essential part in cell division. But here these permanent tissues, as they don't need to divide, so they don't have very prominent nucleus, but yes, they have got small nucleus. And cells, they are not capable of cell division, that we have already studied. So let us move further. Here you can see three kinds of simple permanent tissues: parenchyma tissue, collenchyma tissue and sclerenchyma tissues. So first we can see in parenchyma tissue, the cells which comprise the parenchyma tissue are very thin cell wall, means their cell wall is very thin, and intercellular spaces are present outside the cell. So let us have a look. Here you can see the cell walls are very thin, and if you look outside the cell or observe outside the cells, there are spaces present which are known as intercellular spaces. So they have got thin walled cells with intercellular spaces. Now about their shapes, in which all shapes they could be found? They could be found in spherical, oval or polygonal shapes, and they are most abundantly found cells, means they are found in stems, roots, fruits and flowers, means all the parts of the plants. Now about their function, they provide temporary support and they also store food materials, and they have got two categories: chlorenchyma and arenchyma. Chlorenchyma, they contain chlorophyll. So how chlorophyll is helpful? They prepare food for the plants. So mostly they will be found in leaves. So chlorenchyma cells will be found in leaves of the plants, and arenchyma, as the name suggests, they provide buoyancy to the plants. We will again see these categories in next slide in details. Now let us have a look at the cells of collenchyma tissue. So don't get confused with chlorenchyma and collenchyma. Chlorenchyma is a category of parenchyma tissue and this is a collenchyma tissue. This collenchyma tissue is found in leaf stalks and stems, means little harder parts of the plant. So these cells will be not very soft in nature. As you can see here, they have got cell walls which are thickened at the corners. You can see here they are thickened at the corners and they have got protoplasmic content, so they are also living. As we have seen, parenchyma was also living and this collenchyma tissue is also a living tissue, and they have got protoplasmic content and cell walls are thickened at the corner and vacuoles are also present. And there will be no intercellular spaces in between the cells because the intercellular space means the space between the cells will be filled with a complex substance which is known as pectin, P-E-C-T-I-N. It is filled with pectin and other substances. So there will be no intercellular spaces. So now what are the other characteristics we will see? So about its shape, it can be also found in circular, oval or polygonal shapes, and they could be found in stems and petioles of leaves and stalk, as I have already mentioned it, and they provide strength to the leaves and stems. So in basic characteristics of the simple permanent tissues, we have already studied that they provide strength. Now next cell, which is sclerenchyma. So if you have a look at these cells of sclerenchyma, means the cells which comprise the sclerenchyma tissue, they are thick all over, means throughout the cell they are thick. So cell walls are very thick and they are dead. So what we had seen, parenchyma was living, collenchyma was living, and sclerenchyma is dead. So they are made up of thick lignified cell walls, and you can see here in longitudinal section they have got a narrow lumen. So they are dead cells, there is no protoplasmic content and the cell is thicker all over. Now the other characteristics of these tissues. So they could be also found in various shapes and there will be no intercellular spaces because the cell walls are very thick throughout, so there will be no intercellular spaces and they will be found in veins of leaves and stems. Again they will be found in little hard places and they give mechanical strength to the stems. Now here let us have a look. So about this parenchyma cells, as I told you, they are present in leaf because they contain chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is contained by the plastid chloroplast. So parenchyma will be always present in the leaves of the plants. And now so in parenchyma we have seen two categories, that is chlorenchyma. So especially in parenchyma, the chlorenchyma tissue, the first category of parenchyma tissues is found always in leaves. And now the second category of parenchyma tissues is aerenchyma. Aerenchyma means their shapes are like stars and they provide buoyancy to the aquatic plants. Means they can remain afloat in water. They can easily float in water. So they provide buoyancy to the plants. So parenchyma tissues have two categories. First is chlorenchyma and second is aerenchyma. Now let's see collenchyma. So collenchyma, as I told you, they are present in stem and leaf stalk. So this is the stem and this is the leaf stalk. So here in these two parts, collenchyma will be present. And what about sclerenchyma? The third category of the simple permanent tissue is sclerenchyma, that is present in leaf veins. Means here they will be present in leaf veins as well as stems also. So this collenchyma and sclerenchyma, they basically provide support to the plant, or you can say basically they provide strength, mechanical, tensile strength and mechanical strength, and they will be found in little harder parts. Like collenchyma will be present in stem and leaf stalk, and sclerenchyma will be present in leaf veins. So this is all about simple permanent tissue, and if you have liked this video, please give a like, share it and subscribe. Thank you.